Hi, I'm Celine from Oregon. Please like and subscribe. My parents had me right after high school, by accident. But my dad told my mom that he loved her more than anything and was excited to start a family with her. I was born with mom's lovely red hair and green eyes.
Aw, honey, she's beautiful. Just like you. My perfect little family.
But things started going downhill really soon. Mom stayed with me at home, and Dad just wasn't earning enough to afford everything we needed. And that made them fight a lot. Once when I was 5, Dad and I went to go buy some burger buns from the supermarket, and he started ripping open each package, taking one out, and tossing it aside.
Sir? What are you doing? All these packets have 4 buns, and I'm a family of 3. What about people like me, huh? Why should we pay for the extra bun? So I'm taking one out, 'cause I only want 3 buns. I'm sorry, but you can't do that, sir. Oh, yes, I can. You can't make me pay for something I don't want.
Dad flung it at the storekeeper's face and started running away. He was caught by security guards, and he punched one of them and spent the night in jail. And when he got back home, he packed up his bags to leave.
I love you, Celine, but this is just too much responsibility for me. I can't handle it. Goodbye, darling.
And just like that, he was gone. We had to leave our house and move into a trailer. Mom had to work for the first time ever, and she wasn't very good at it. She did odd jobs like cleaning and waitressing and got fired often, and she'd spend the next few days crying on the couch. It's okay, Mommy. Not everyone can be a good waitress. Pouring coffee is hard. I know, right? I really tried, but my manager said he wanted to give me an award for the worst waitress ever. This is your dad's fault. Growing up, I realized Mom was never gonna be a responsible adult. The only thing she took good care of was her skin. She'd mix some ingredients in her lotion and put it over herself daily. And on me too. She said looks were the most important thing for a girl. But I really wanted to excel at school and have a better life than Mom. In 10th grade, I also got a job as a dog walker for some rich people. But I told Mom only half of my salary so I could save the rest. One day while I was going to work, I saw a dog barking loudly as a man was forcing it to go with him. Wait, I knew that dog. Hey, you thief! Let him go right now!
Buzz off. It's my dog.
No, it's not. Timmy, come here, boy. The dog tried running towards me, but the man wouldn't let go. I grabbed a rock from the ground and threw it at him, and he yelled as he ran away. I immediately took the dog to its owner, a rich old lady named Mrs. Grant, who was already looking for him frantically, and I told her everything. Oh, how can I thank you? Come in, child. I'd like to get to know you. After asking me many questions, she said something really surprising. She wanted to send me to a great private school, all expenses covered. What? This was an offer I just couldn't refuse. But Mom didn't seem very excited. She should have just given you the cash for finding her dumb dog. You already go to school. I was too happy to argue with her. Going to a good school meant great opportunities for college. Mrs. Grant had me enrolled a week later, and I was so nervous as I walked into the building. Luckily, the school had a uniform, so no one would see my own worn-out clothes. But I noticed several people looking at me, and I had no idea why. Later that day in the cafeteria, a girl from my class waved at me. Celine, right? Come and join us. And I gotta say, girl, you are gorgeous. Yeah, your skin's flawless. I wasn't expecting such a nice welcome. The girl who'd waved me over was Jasmine, and she seemed really interested in me. So, tell me, Celine, where do you live? I was about to say in a trailer, but something made me stop. I just knew these girls wouldn't see me the same if I had said that. Oh, Cherry Tree Hill? OMG, that's such a posh neighborhood. What's your address? 251, Street 20. That street has the biggest mansions. That was Mrs. Grant's address, and I'd said it before I could stop myself. Now I'd have to live with this stupid lie, but at least the girls looked impressed. A week later, we were in the library when Jasmine suddenly elbowed me. What do you think about Aiden, the football captain? I don't even know who that is. It's that guy in front of you, dummy, who can't take his eyes off of you. I looked up to see a really cute boy, and he did seem to be looking my way. I ignored Jasmine, but some moments later, a paper plane landed on my desk. I can read your mind, and yes, I'll go out with you. I burst out laughing at the cheesy line. Aiden took that as a sign to come over, and he seemed to be really nice. We started hanging out often, and soon enough, he asked me out. Life at school was going great. I was doing well in classes, I had friends, and a hot boyfriend. But one day, Jasmine and her friends were making plans for the mall when suddenly someone behind us spoke. "Hey, can I come too?" I turned around to see a girl with stained clothes and knotted hair. Ugh, go away, Miranda. Celine, this is the school loser who can't afford clean clothes. She can come with us if she wants to. Really? Excuse me? No, you can't. You're not sitting in my car. Just leave, Miranda. Her face turned red, and I felt really bad as she walked away. But later that day, I was just coming out of the bathroom when I bumped straight into someone. Miranda. Hey, sorry about that. You seemed nice earlier, and I wanted to be your friend. Most people aren't nice to me because of the way that I am. It's okay, Miranda. You don't have to be embarrassed around me. Can you keep a secret? Of course, anything. I'm poor just like you, so I know what you're going through. You're poor? Shh, yes. And yeah, we can be friends. Meet me outside school later. I ditched Jasmine and her gang and took Miranda home. On the way, we walked past Mrs. Grant's house, and I explained that she was paying for my school. When we got to the trailer, I gave her some clean clothes to change into, and then we had lunch together. I would have never guessed you lived here, Celine. Yeah, we don't have much, but I try to take care of myself. No reason your life has to suck just because you're poor. Soon after, Miranda thanked me for everything and left. But half an hour later, I got a call from Mrs. Grant, and she asked me to come over immediately. And when I got there, I was shocked to find a furious Mrs. Grant next to Miranda? What are you doing here?
Is this homeless person a friend of yours, Celine? I found her in our backyard with Timmy. If I hadn't caught her, she probably would have stolen him.
You told me about Timmy, and I just...
Told her what? Why are you showing strangers the way to my house, Celine? Did I make a mistake in trusting you?
No, of course not, Mrs. Grant. Believe me, Miranda is completely harmless. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. I took Miranda outside and then turned to her angrily. Are you insane? Why were you here? I just wanted to see Timmy because I like dogs. That's all. But you can't just walk into someone's house. I work for that lady, and she's the reason I go to a good school. She could easily take it all away from me, thanks to you. Miranda looked upset and ran off, and I didn't stop her. Gosh, she was crazy. Maybe I'd made a mistake letting her into my life. The next day at school, I just wanted to avoid her. But later, as I was sitting with my friends on the bleachers, Miranda suddenly appeared and sat next to me. Listen, Celine, I'm really sorry about yesterday.
What happened yesterday, garbage girl? Celine, what's she talking about?
Oh my God, was Miranda about to give away all my secrets?
How would I know? She's a total nutcase.
No, wait, I know you're mad at me, but aren't we friends? You said...
In your dreams, weirdo.
I got up to leave, but suddenly Miranda took my arm. And without really thinking, I threw my glass of juice at her face. She stood there stunned. But just then, Jasmine and the rest stared at her.
Your clothes looked cleaner today. Now you look like your usual self again.
Miranda burst into tears and ran off. And I felt horrible. What had I just done? I looked for Miranda everywhere the next day, but I couldn't find her. As I was walking down the hallway, I suddenly spotted Aiden clearing out his locker. Hey, Aiden, is everything okay?
No, nothing is okay. You bullied my sister.
Wait, who? Miranda? She's your sister?
Yeah, and I know she's a mess, but I'm supposed to take care of her. I just didn't know I had to protect her from you.
Aiden, please tell me where she is so I can apologize.
She's refused to ever come back to the school because of jerks like you, and I'll be transferring wherever she goes. And I can't even look at you, Celine.
As I watched him leave, I'd never felt worse in my life. Miranda had just wanted to be my friend, and I'd become a bully because I was afraid people would find out I was poor. The next day at school, Jasmine caught up with me in the corridor.
Celine, did you know Aiden and Miranda were siblings?
I just found out, and they both left. What happened? What happened is that we bullied that poor girl, and she doesn't want to be here anymore, and neither does Aiden.
Oh, come on, we were just having fun. And who would have thought Aiden is poor too? He sure did a good job of hiding it. Well, I'm glad those broke losers are gone.
And suddenly, I just lost it. You want to know something, Jasmine? I'm poor too. Yeah, There's no fancy mansion. I live in a small trailer.
Ew! A trailer?
Yeah, and I don't know why I let anyone make me feel ashamed of it. If you only treat people with respect based on how rich they are, I don't want anything to do with you.
As if I want anything to do with you now, trailer girl.
I just pushed her aside and walked off. Telling the truth was actually a relief. I lost my friends in a day, but I didn't care. I begged the principal to give me Miranda's address so I could go see her. But when I got there, I was shocked. This wasn't some poor person's house. I rang the bell, and the person who answered the door said that the previous family had put the house on sale and moved to another city. I walked away feeling low and confused. Why was Miranda like that if she wasn't poor? For the next few months, I just kept my head down and focused on studying. But one day, I was sitting in the classroom when I heard Jasmine making fun of another girl.
What's wrong with your skin, girl?
It's peeling off like snakes. I've tried everything. I don't know why it's happening. Hey, try this. It's awesome. I use it all the time. And with that, I took out a bottle of Mom's lotion mixture I always had with me.
Ew, don't. Who knows what kind of products poor people use?
Shut up, Jasmine. I'll try it. Celine's skin is amazing. And just a week later, the girl reported that her skin had never been better. After that, everyone wanted to try the lotion, and they were willing to pay for it. I told Mom, and it got her excited too. With the savings I had, I bought all the stuff we needed, and soon we were making good money just by selling the lotion to girls in my school. Eventually, I set up a website and started selling it online, and it was such a hit. By the time I graduated high school, we were making enough to move out of the trailer and into an apartment. I got into university in another city, but I kept my business running with Mom and a few employees. But sometime later, I started getting complaints from customers that their orders weren't getting delivered. I went back home that weekend to see what was going on, and I found the apartment in a huge mess, and Mom was snoring on the couch. Mom, how can you live like this? This place looks like a garbage dump, and I'm getting so many complaints about orders.
Can you please relax? So what if some orders are delayed?
I was tired this week, and I'll clean the mess. No, you won't. When have you ever done that before? All our lives, I've been cleaning up your mess, and I'm done. You're on your own, and I'll handle the business too.
You're cutting me out of it? It's my product.
But it's my money and hard work. Don't worry, I'll keep sending you your share. I just won't be coming back to live with you. And I left. I graduated university with honors, and my company kept growing. I was living the life I'd always wanted, but something kept bothering me all this time. I really wanted to meet Miranda. I hired a private investigator to track her down, and finally I found out where she lived. When I arrived at her doorstep, Miranda opened the door, but I barely recognized her. She looked so much better now. Celine, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me.
Can I please come in? We started talking, and I told her how I'd been wanting to apologize for years. I'm so sorry about what I did, Miranda. The day after you left, I told everyone the truth about me. I didn't want to be some fake person anymore. I get why you were mad at me. You were trying to make a better life, and I was just good at messing everything up. I wasn't poor like everyone thought, Celine. My mom had passed away, and I was just having a really hard time dealing with it. But you helped me realize too that I had to get my act together, and I got help. We hugged it out, and I felt a weight lifted off me. I knew Miranda would be okay. As I was leaving, suddenly someone called out,
Celine, wait.
I turned around to see Aiden.
I heard everything you said to Miranda. Thank you. I could tell you meant it.
Every word.
So, how long are you in town for?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Maybe we could catch up over dinner?
I think I'd really like that.